Hello and welcome back to the channel Life of Bonsai. In this video, I'm going to be repotting my Brazilian rain tree into this plastic training container, which is shallow and is going to allow for the nevari to spread sideways. Now, also, as I'm repotting the tree, I'll be explaining the reason why I'm deciding to repot this tropical tree in winter. Usually, these trees are repotted towards the end of spring and summer, which is the best time, but I'll explain why and how I'm getting away with repotting these trees in the middle of winter. Let's get started. Here we are about to take this little tree out of the container, and I'll show you this little cool trunk line. Now, as you can see, check that out. So, nice little nevari. This is going to be a pretty exciting tree to work on. So I'm going to be removing soil from the tree. And I might keep around 30 to 20% of the soil, just so the tree can do a little bit better and it doesn't really get shocked with this repot. And then next season, once I repot again, or maybe, and then next time I repot, then I'll be removing the rest of the soil. So soil is not bad at all, but as you can see, this tree definitely needs more room to grow and develop farther. Now, the reason why I'm deciding to repot all my tropical trees in winter is for two main things. So one, here in Texas, of course, the growth season for tropicals is around summer and spring. Tropical trees are native to, tropical areas, of course, and areas that are always, within 60, 70 degrees and above. So they're constantly growing year round. So, always growing. There's no really stop to the growth season. But of course, here in the United States, or depending on where you stay, it changes a lot. So that is one reason why. And also, the biggest reason is because my outdoor setup, I get sun from March to September. Once the sun position changes, then I get no sun. So my growth season is limited to that time frame. So if I was to repot this tree in, let's say, early summer, so then the tree still has to recover. So that would take maybe about a month or so. So I lose that time frame for the tree to grow. But if I repot now in winter, the tree has chance to recover during winter, and I keep it over 70 degrees in my indoor setup. And once the growth season starts, then I can just let the tree grow and grow without stopping it in the middle of summer for repot, because I already did that. And boom, there you go. No need to stop, and just take advantage as much as I can of the growth season. So that is the reason why I'm repotting my tropical trees right now, that is winter. Now, one thing, if you decide to repot them at around this time, it's really important to keep those trees well protected. Of course, you don't want that temperature to drop too cold, or not even like 50. I would say maybe like 65 and above. 70 would be essential. But yeah, that's definitely what needs to be done to be able to protect those roots and let the tree recover completely. So here I am, and I removed most of that soil, and I think I might remove most of it. So just because I do want to uncover more of this pretty cool looking base. So this tree is really nice, and it's got really beautiful movement. Okay, so I have my root system washed out and cleaned out. And I gotta take a real hard decision right here. There is two things that I can do, and I'm leaning forward to one option. So as you can see, there is a high root right here. So I could start my Nevaria right here, which means that I would have to bury the tree a little bit deeper into the soil so I can get some roots growing right here to go with this root right there and have my tree be around right here. But if you look closely, hopefully you're able to see right here, the tree already has some nice radial roots right there, as you can see. So the biggest decision I would have to take is remove this branch, because if I leave this to be my Novari, then this other root, I meant to say, it's going to be way too high. And I don't like those trees that have kind of like that stance, like it's got legs or something. So I don't really want that. So I think I'm going to remove this side and keep this as my Navari because it's really nicely developed already. Some nice radial roots. So I think that's what I'm gonna do. So here I go. I'm going to, and just like that, it's gone. No turning back now. And I do need to remove those higher up roots that are developing. There, right there. So now, as you can see, and I do might want to take this one down and let it grow downwards. So I'm still able to get away with reducing a little bit more. Just about right there. So now I have a more radial base, and I need to fix this a little bit because the roots are running nicely, but this two right here are just on top of each other, so not sure if I want to remove that yet. This is nice, but this one would have to go. I think I can get away with removing it. There's not a lot of feeder roots attached to it, so I think that's what I'm going to do. Just removing that one. Not really, not too much, not too much. So that is really good actually. That makes everything so much better. And yep, a lot better. Radial root, radial root, radial root. There's another one back here. And I just need to grow. There's some little roots coming back here. So that is going to fill out a nice radial root. And with the pot that I'm going to be placing it on, it's going to allow for that root spread evenly to the sides instead of just going downwards. So that is really cool. I'm glad I got this little tree. It's going to be a nice project. And here it is. And I know it looks kind of silly in this huge pot. But as you can see, I did not fill up the whole thing completely. It's just maybe halfway. So it's going to have pretty nice space for the tree to grow those roots radially, real nice. And of course, I want this tree to be tall, but that's going to take a while. That's going to take some years. It's going to be a nice project. And I collected some rugs from outdoors, just clean them up and just set them up to support the tree while it takes over the soil. And then after that, this could be removed. But this is going to be a really fun project. I've heard these trees grow real quick, so we shall see how it does. It should recover, and then spring should be here in a few weeks. and time to grow. So I do really appreciate you guys sticking to the end of this video. Please subscribe, that means a lot. Share. You guys have an amazing day.